Hey, fire away.
What's the week been like for you now that you're in first impressions?
It's been awesome. It's been a bit of a whirlwind. I was telling John about that earlier. Just so surreal and so grateful for this opportunity. And it was a special time in Omaha, spending it with my family and friends, and just just so grateful to be here. But been kind of crazy.
You said you were in the middle of nowhere when you talked to us on Zoom. I think you said that, right? You're kind of, maybe I was Wisniewski. Sorry about that.
No, you're good.
Yeah. But what's it like coming to a city like Philadelphia, a big metropolis from where you grew up?
Yeah, I mean, this is only my second time in Philly. I was here for a surgery on my hand at the end of this last season, but haven't really been able to explore yet. But just excited about the culture, the people, and the tradition. And so haven't been able to explore much, but it's been great so far.
Stay for a couple days for that hand surgery?
What's that?
Stay for a couple days for that hand surgery?
It was just like one night, 1 or 2 nights. Yeah. So, and we weren't in the heart of Philly. We were a little outside of it, but so I haven't been able to explore too much. But
speaking of the other Cole, what has it been like to reunite with him and go through this process with him too?
it's been special. Cole's the man. Not only is he a great football player, but he's a really good dude. And so, when he got picked in the 7th round, that was so awesome. And we've been able to hang out a little bit, today. And, it's just going to be fun to have a familiar face, around the building. And so, no, he's a great person and great player.
What do you think from what will he bring to the table, as a player?
Yeah, I mean, he's relentless. He's a competitor. His football IQ is off the charts. He's just, you watch him play, he's so instinctual. And just a dude and a leader too. And I think he'll fit well here.
Have you got to meet Jalen or Andy yet? A lot of experience in that quarterback room to help you.
So I have yet to meet any of the quarterbacks except Andy. I ran into him today just in the hallway. But Jalen and Tanner both texted me after the draft and congratulated me, and so excited to get to learn from them, work and compete, and just get to work and help contribute. So
How do you try to add value when you're not a starter?
I mean, I think it starts with just doing whatever the team needs, at the end of the day, whatever that looks like, competing and improving and growing and learning, and following their lead. Yeah.
You have running ability and you're big. Is there, have you ever thought about any kind of non-quarterback role in the meantime, while you're developing at quarterback?
I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, if that's what the team wants, if that's what the team needs, then I'm all for it.
Push push got a lot of attention the last couple of years. Are you familiar with that play that the Eagles kind of?
What's that? Sorry.
The push push.
Oh yeah.
It's had a lot of notoriety in the last 2 years. I mean, how familiar are you with that, and how cool would that be if you were able to run that?
The brotherly shove is what I heard it's called. Yep. Let's go. Let's do it.
Did you ever have any coaches who tried to get you to change positions, or especially when you weren't playing? Was that ever brought up?
So in college, I got a couple reps, at running back, at tight end, even in game. So we played with that a little bit, and in practice, I was doing special teams drills. As a junior, I also started on punt, even as the backup quarterback, and so I've done a little bit of it.
You like it? You like the non-quarterback position?
I just love the game of football. Yeah.
If you look around the league, there aren't that many left-handed quarterbacks. Is there an adjustment at all in terms of learning a system in terms of the drops, where to go, the protections, being a left-handed quarterback?
I don't think because I'm left-handed, I don't think there's a huge learning curve or even huge changes that need to be made with the offense. That I've been left-handed my whole life, and it hasn't changed much. When I was in high school, or even the scheme at NDSU, not much changes.
You described Cole pretty well. How would you describe your game and your approach to the game and how you play it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm the ultimate competitor. I love the game of football. Like I keep saying, and I'm a great teammate. My character's, I think at a premium, and just being able to support and do whatever the team needs, and just be one of those guys. Super excited for this opportunity.
What will be your process to go through a new playbook?
Yeah, so, already been able to start studying that. Been on the phone with Coach Frazier a little bit, and so just grinding away, studying, whenever I get some free time, and just learning a new playbook and getting to learn from these great offensive minds and Coach Sirianni, Coach Mannion, and Coach Frazier. It's been really fun, and just takes a lot of time and effort to just study, put your head down and study.
Looking back on your career at North Dakota State, Cole, where do you feel your game has grown the most?
I think as a passer, as a pocket passer, I gained a lot of confidence going into my senior year, and that's just through reps, through training the mechanics. I've been working with Jake Heaps, quarterback trainer, over this offseason, and then John Tegland back in Omaha, where I'm from, and just buying into those guys and the mechanics and the quarterback position has been just giving me so much confidence in throwing the football.
Obviously, Carson Wentz played here as well. Since being drafted, coming to Philadelphia, have you heard from him at all? And what did he tell you about it, if so?
So obviously we didn't cross paths at NDSU, but Carson's a great dude, and I got to chat with him a little bit. We're actually with the same agency, and so when I was down training in Southern California. He was down there for a little bit, and he's just great dude, tough football player, and so excited to kind of follow in those footsteps for sure.
Your starting center is a fellow Nebraska native. Is Cam Jurgens someone you knew about growing up or know of now?
Yeah, I knew about Cam. He had a great career at Nebraska, and then now that he's the starting center here, he actually texted me after. We didn't have a relationship prior to being with the Eagles together, but he did shoot me a text after getting drafted here, and so excited to have another Nebraska guy.
You mentioned Jake Heaps and some of your quarterback tutors. Is that recent after you graduated, or has that been a long-term thing?
So my relationship with Jake is recent. That was this pre-draft process. I've been working with Jake, and then John Tegland, I've known him since I was a high schooler.
Good. Thanks, Cole.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, thank you.